Hi, this is Shyama Sudra from BizAsiaLive.com, and I'm here with the wonderful Vidya Balan. Hi Vidya, how are you?
I am very well, thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Entirely.
Well, before we start, I do have to say a huge congratulations to you and the whole Mission Mangal team, because, oh my God, that was amazing. How do you feel about that?
Thank you. It feels fantastic because I had an instinct that this film would be well watched and loved. But we've done like 200 crores, which I'd never imagined in my wildest dreams. That feels great.
Oh no, it was amazing. And now you've got another really, really big film that everyone's seems to be really, really excited for, even though there's only been sort of like one teaser from it. Now, you're quite known for doing sort of roles reflecting sort of real life, real people. During your research, when you're doing your research and you're figuring out who these people are, when do you realize that, okay, now this is me, I am now this character?
That takes a little while, honestly, because I think when I'm reading the script itself, I get a sense of, this part of the character I identify with. But when Anu Menon, the director, came to me with Shakuntala Devi, she just gave me a sketch. She hadn't written the script yet. But, when I read that, I was gobsmacked. I was like, oh my God. There's just... You can arrive at 4 by either adding 2 plus 2 or 1 plus 3 or 0 plus 4. So, that's what Shakuntala Devi is all about. She's just the most mind-boggling, multi-dimensional human being. There could have been a bag of contradictions, so much fun, wicked sense of humor, human computer. Those two things I never thought went together, human, computer. But I think she's really fascinating. So when I'm preparing for a role, when I was preparing for this role, I thought there were things that I found fascinating about her. I wanted to get to know her better. I wanted to know how that mind worked. But I think somewhere along the line, maybe during the shoot or a little before the shoot it happened, I suddenly felt like, oh, now I'm ready.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. I mean, like you said, she has got so many sort of different names under her own name. She's a mathematician, she was an astrologer, she was even an advocate of equal rights.
Yeah, and she wrote books. She played the flute. There are lots of things that I can't talk about yet, but yeah.
So what was the most interesting thing or the most surprising thing you found about her that you thought, hold on, that just completely, you were absolutely awed by?
There are so many things I can't, and the problem is I can't begin to talk about them now because we're still filming and the release is hopefully in summer 2020, so that's a while away. But when you see the film, what we know about her is a fraction of the entire persona. So there are lots of things that I've gotten to know about her, but most importantly, that she lived life to the fullest. She lived like every moment was her last moment. She juiced life out of every moment. I love that. That I think there was an innate restlessness in her. She wanted to do this, that, and the other. She wanted to just live it up. And I think she did, unapologetically, for a woman at that time. Incredible. And you spoke about equal rights, and I think she's an embodiment of that.
Yeah, for sure, she was. It seems like she was sort of the beginning of a whole new sort of era of actually standing up for not only women's rights but equal rights.
Yeah, but I think she was probably one of a kind, because after that there seems to have been a lull. I'm sure there were other women who we don't know of who were also trying to do the same thing. But amongst the stories that are known, I think Shakuntala Devi definitely stands out as being someone who, broke the glass ceiling, believed she was equal in every way, believed not only in gender equality, but in human equality. And then I think for a while, we were all flailing. And now the conversation's properly begun.
So what do you think that, obviously, like you said, the conversation has begun, if she were alive today, I mean, I know you can't really speak for her, but having stepped into her shoes, what do you think she'd say about sort of, how much is being talked about, human rights and equal rights, and generally just human rights? What do you think you should say to that?
She would have just been laughing out loud, saying, wake up and smell the coffee. I did this 50 years ago. There was a little bit of maybe... there was irreverence, there was arrogance in her, which also I like. So she would have balked at all this conversation, saying, it's high time. I think that's what it would have been, because she was a champion of that way ahead of her time, and she lived life on her own terms, which I think every woman needs to know she can do. And if she did it way back then, we have no business not to be doing it now.
That's very, very true. So, what kind of, obviously, as you read about her, as you spoke to people about her, what kind of similarities did you find that in her and within you?
I think that innate restlessness is something I identify with. I'm also wanting to, live life to the fullest. Maybe the way she did and I do are very different. But I still, I want to be happy. I look for reasons to smile and be happy all the time. Because I think life gives you reasons. It really depends on your attitude to it. Of course, I can spout all this because, today I have experience behind me, a little bit of maturity. So I've realized these things over time, that your happiness is in your own hands.
It seems like this film is going to have such a huge message to so many people all around the world.
Most importantly, it's going to make maths fun for everyone. I think there's no bigger message than that. Let's not forget she's a mathematician, but she made it fun.
So on that note, what would you like? What would you think? What would you like audience to get out of this film? When they walk out that cinema, what is it that you think that's really, really, really going to capture them?
Different things to different people. Like I said, for someone it'll be 2 + 2. For someone it will be 3 + 1.
That's true.
I'm okay with it all.
I like that. So it's a film for everyone, for sure.
It is. And for all age groups. This is going to be a film that everyone's going to enjoy.
Oh, Vidya, thank you so much for this opportunity again. It was lovely, lovely talking to you. This is Shyama Sudra saying, keep watching BizAsia.
Add that she used a qualifying statement before the interview saying, I know you've been doing interviews all day and my effort is to not make it boring. It was far from boring.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. This is Shyama Sudra from BizAsia Live signing out. Thank you very much.